Fuck your NPCs, Aaron.
Dude, that's gonna be our first merch shirt. I'm telling you right now. Just fuck your NPCs. Welcome to War Never Changes, everyone. My name is Aaron Love. I'm the GM. With me today is Shea Dan.
That's Hubert, the sad bot.
Trevor Noah.
As Jimothy, who never skips high-fiving the moon day.
Elliot Shanley.
Harriet. Never flown before.
And Sean Curl.
As Midas. Where's that dirty rat Phil?
Fuck Phil.
That's what I'm saying. He's got another thing coming.
Like, we joke, fuck your NPCs, Aaron, and like a lot of them don't have good reason to be hated, but Phil does. Like, he doesn't do shit.
You joke about hating his NPCs. I do not.
You just killed them.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have to recap, Shay, or do you want me to?
Oh, do I have to do it?
I don't know. I thought that you were doing it. Who doesn't? You don't have
usually
to.
Me.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
All right. No. Hey, I've got my 2 lines.
I have my 2 lines too, so you can do your 2 lines, and then I'll do mine.
All right. Yeah, I'll do mine, and then you come in. Last time on War Never Changes, Hubert gets a flashback, and Nikkei's office is attacked by a vertibird with a minigun.
There's something in the office. On Nikkei's desk, we're all flying.
Midas says, fuck that. I'm out.
Jimothy jumped higher than Hubert.
Everyone
higher than Hubert. I wasn't prepared for anything.
I mean, that was like the perfect time for you to come in. I think we were all looking at you expectedly.
I'm just disappointed in my batteries.
Never skip battery day.
Yeah.
That's Jimothy's next intro.
We keep our batteries in the downstairs bathroom, like in that right above the washer and dryer. And there's no AAA batteries over there.
Oh.
After the session, I might have to run you over some batteries, bro. So I think where we left it off was Midas had just came out of the barracks with some of the new items that he had found, while the rest of the party was up in the vertibird that had lost its propellers, and it was coming in, like, falling out of the sky, essentially. And I think with that, we're just going to jump right in. We're going to start off with the POV of the pilots that are in the vertibird with the party.
This is Firebird 1. Mayday. Phase 1 successful. Initiate Phase 2. I repeat, initiate Phase 2. We're going down.
And then we're going to cut away from Azenta. And it's going to be about 2 miles away. There's another set of pilots. And as they're looking out the front of their vertibirds in the early afternoon, or as the early afternoon sun hangs behind a cloud, a pilot of a vertibird eagerly watches the smoke billow up into the sky from the horizon. His target is about 2 clicks away, and his patience dwindles by the second. He awaits the orders when all of a sudden his radio crackles and breaks the tension for a brief moment. He hears the fearful mayday call of his fellow brothers in arms. He picks up the receiver and responds. Phoenix 1, roger that. Invictus, my brother. Invictus! This is Mallard 1. Attack team, report when ready. Mallard 2 is a go. Mallard 3 is ready. Mallard 4, hoorah! Roger that. Attack team, initiate Phase 2. Let's fly! And with that, we're going to cut back to Midas standing outside the barracks. As you're watching this chaos unfold in the middle of Azenta, and this big column of smoke in the middle, you see the vertibird with your companions in it just pierce through the cloud of smoke, and it's heading towards you. What do you do?
I think to myself, man, I really wish I had a rocket launcher. I mean, is it like imminent? Like they're coming for me right now? I'm gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that's imminent. They're probably about 100 yards away, roughly. Maybe 75 yards, something like that.
So the
but
length of a football field?
something like that.
Someone
But
say
yeah,
football.
yeah, we can say football. But yeah, so to kind of set the scene a little bit more, so there's the orchard that's currently on fire and just smoke is billowing up from that, and then there's the ramshackle residential area that surrounds that is also catching on fire. And as the vertibird had made its turn, it's starting to descend towards the barracks, and it has just kind of came into view through the cloud of smoke, or the column of smoke. And so you can tell by looking at it in this brief moment that it is falling out of the sky, and they're kind of losing control as it's kind of, like one side, there's no longer propellers. So it's, careening towards you at an angle that's heading pretty much straight for you.
I'm gonna move.
So which way are you going to move to kind of give you your bearings? To the left, if you go towards the left of where you're standing, that's the marketplace that is complete utter chaos. And to the right is a little bit of the residential area, but it leads towards Nikkei's office.
Where's Phil?
You have no idea. The way that you saw him run was into the chaos of the marketplace, but you have no idea. You lost him. You lost sight of him before you went into the barracks.
I'm going towards the marketplace.
Okay. So so you're just gonna kind of bolt that direction?
Yeah, and I'm gonna look for Phil.
Okay. So I guess as as you see this helicopter coming towards you, you kind of start making a break towards the left. But everything's happening so fast. This thing's careening towards you as it's losing control, and the rudders are kind of going left and right as the pilots are trying to keep it steady. But it is just completely out of control. And I think as you kind of go to bolt towards the marketplace, we're gonna come back to the party, and the rest of the party. And what do you guys do while you're inside this vertibird that's obviously losing control? And you guys hear the pilots make the Mayday call.
Scream.
Yeah, I mean we're crashing, right?
Yeah, you're currently like falling out of the sky. But you have a brief moment. There's probably a few moments, a few seconds
Right.
that you guys can do something before this thing crashes towards the barracks.
How close are we? Okay, we're pretty close to like
Yeah, so-
structures of Azenta.
Yeah, so like so it's kind of like an oval shape. You guys are kind of
I did see the like vertibird flight path in the
yeah
notes that you put.
correct. Yeah, so you guys are currently like flying like on the side of the, trying to think of how to describe it. You guys are flying over the residential area, over the orchard, careening towards the barracks right now.
Okay.
So I mean, like, I wasn't sure like what you guys wanted to do there.
And I might have opportunity to do another quick jump onto the barracks or somewhere.
Yeah, I mean that's
Just
the
Hulk
thing.
jump out,
So like,
but-
yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to try and jump out of it, if you guys want to try and like, I don't know.
Does it appear like there are
What you guys
any
want to do?
parachutes or safety devices like on it?
You can give me a perception check.
Okay. Doesn't have to be a quick one.
I'm rolling with the idea of just grabbing one of the soldiers and using them as a cushion.
Oof.
Didn't Hubert go up to the cockpit and attack the pilots?
Yeah, you did. He did swing at one of the pilots.
So we did also hear them call not only for a mayday but for attack teams.
No, so what you guys heard? So the attack team part was from another vertebrate that's outside Azenta. What you guys
That
heard
was their response to the mayday.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Did we hear all of this? Like,
So yeah,
did our characters hear the intro?
yes, you guys heard the
Okay.
intro. So what you guys heard from the pilots that are in the vertebrate that you're in was the mayday call, and then saying that phase 1 was successful, and as they're going down, they're saying initiate phase 2 because we succeeded, even though that they're going down.
I should get that info to Phil and Nikkei.
Just
Well,
for
you-
clarification, though, wouldn't that info be going through their headsets, meaning we don't hear that, or is it like coming through a speaker
Well,
in
so
the
you
vertebrate?
so you hear them giving the mayday call. You don't hear what the other
A
people say.
response.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for clarifying. Sorry.
But we would have still heard the initiate phase 2 because they were saying
Right.
that.
But
Right.
you just don't know
Yes.
that.
Yeah. Thanks
the
for
phase
clarifying.
2.
Yes.
Cool.
We don't
Just
know
don't
what
know that phase 2
is.
is attack teams.
And
Correct.
But
Midas
we
didn't
can
hear shit
infer.
Yeah. Midas didn't
Yeah.
hear anything.
because he wasn't there
No,
and
but
not
he,
getting a rocket
he-
launcher.
He has a fucking goal right now.
Play solitaire.
It'll. You're goddamn right. I'm trying to make some caps, and I'm trying to make the best of a bad situation.
Oh, that laugh got me lightheaded. Whew.
I'm gonna get some fucking caps out of this. I'm gonna go swindle some poor struggling people.
Dude, everybody's running every fucking which way like chickens with their heads cut off.
Fuck
I don't
your
think you're gonna have
NPCs, I'm
time to
stealing.
try and gamble. They're all fucking just scrambling. Like the merchants are just grabbing up whatever inventory they can carry and just running for their lives.
Ooh.
That means they have a lot to bet with, and won't be thinking too hard about it.
Can I go to the shops then and take what they couldn't carry?
Start looting. Yep, there it is. There's Sean.
Yeah. Do I find any like robots or anything like that?
I mean, I think currently we're still with the party in the vertebrate,
Missile
right?
launchers, something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think Jimothy and Harriet were asking questions about the Mayday call.
I'm heading for the cockpit.
Okay.
I mean,
in the pit.
What's Jimothy's goal at getting to the cockpit? Are you are you trying to like pull up on the helicopter? Like
No.
trying, like okay, you're
No.
just
He
okay.
he doesn't know how to operate that, but my goal is I think these guys need to survive at least for a little bit, just so we can question them. And secondly, we're going down, we're crashing, that's pretty obvious.
Oh yeah.
I might be able to wrestle one of them out of a seat.
Okay.
So that I can sit down, and there's probably like seatbelts or something there, right?
Yeah, they're like the over the shoulder like
Yeah.
harness seatbelts, like they're strapped in.
So I want to become either pilot or co-pilot and just sit there until the crash. That's my
Oh,
goal.
you're gonna ride down with the ship?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna take a lot of damage. Okay. So I think Hubert, the pilot that you attacked in the last episode was the left pilot. So if Hubert's trying to grab somebody out of the seat to use as like a human shield, that would be the left pilot. So Jimothy, you could do something with the right pilot if that's what you're intending.
Sure, yeah. I'll just use like my bat to just aim straight for the head, knock him out, and from there, unbuckle the seatbelt and take a spot.
Okay. So if you want to attack him, then yeah, roll for hit.
Shit. Are we still doing initiative?
I mean, not right this moment. I was just saying swing to see if you connect.
Okay. Roll. And I rolled a 25.
Yeah, you connect.
Okay. And damage for that. Let's go. 10 points of damage.
Okay, yeah, you smash his face in with your baseball bat, and he's kind of just like dazed at this moment. So you can easily like unbuckle him.
Okay, yeah. I'll just go ahead and unbuckle and then grab him. And is this guy like a smaller dude or
I would say he's about average size.
average
About
size? Okay.
yeah, about 5'8", about 150, 200 pounds.
Yeah, I can easily lift that.
Oh yeah, Timothy has no problem.
You want to roll athletics or is this just role playing at this
No,
point?
yeah, it's just role playing. So yeah,
Right.
you easily smash him to the face where he's like kind of dazed, and then you pull him out of his seat pretty effortlessly, if I can talk.
Okay.
Um,
Then I'll just do like a quick shove followed by like a very swift kick, like a
okay,
push kick,
okay. And then
just to get him towards the back of the vertibird, and then I'll take his spot. And
okay,
buckle
sounds
up.
good. Sorry, we kind of jumped past Hubert. Sorry, Shay. Since you're trying to get this guy out of his seat and use him as a human shield, correct?
I mean, I guess, did Jimothy impart anything of what his plan is to Hubert?
No,
Okay.
no, it's just survival mode at this point.
Okay, so I basically am watching Jimothy beat the crap out of the co-pilot and throwing him out of the seat to take his spot. So I'm should probably try to survive. So yeah, I'm gonna grab the pilot, and I guess, I don't know, without too much metagaming, it does make sense to try to like question these guys further. So I'm just gonna leap out of the vertibird with a pilot if I can.
Okay.
I'm also leaping out the vertebrate. I'm not staying in like Jimothy.
Okay. So can you
You want like an
roll for?
athletics?
I was
or-
gonna say like a grapple because you're like holding on to him, right?
Yeah. So yeah, athletics for
For a grapple. Yep, exactly. Oh yeah.
21.
No problem at all.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah. So I just want to just leap out the thingy.
The side door.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so as you watch Jimothy strap in, you pull the other pilot out and like grab him as he's like kind of flailing, trying to fight against you, and you leap out the side door as this thing's just careening towards the barracks, and
And I want to say something cool to you, Aaron, and be like,
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit more about his face too, and then I jump out
okay,
Nice.
just for a theatrical, yeah,
cool, and so
correctly.
yeah, right.
The vertibird lands on Midas.
No, no. So Pathfinder's fall damage is pretty mainstream, like streamlined. So you take half damage equal to, you take damage equal to half the distance that you fall. But since you're using this guy as like a meat shield to like take the impact of your landing, I'm gonna say that it's gonna be quarter damage.
Sweet.
So
And if need be, I can like use battle medicine or treat wounds on him.
yeah, he's gonna take full damage, but you're gonna take half damage. So he takes 25 points of damage, and you take 12.
Sweet.
Yeah. So when you jump out, Hubert makes sure to like keep like this guy's back towards the ground, and so when you impact, you just like hit the ground and you just kind of like roll with him. And he's fucked up. He's like super dazed. He's not quite unconscious, but he's like super disoriented by like what the fuck just happened. As you guys hit the ground, you guys land in between the residential area and the orchard. You're not quite to the barracks yet, but you definitely hit the ground, and you just see smoke all like pretty much all around you. And you hear and see people just like running in and out of view, just pure chaos. And yeah, and then so Jimothy's in there. What's Harriet doing? Sorry.
Harriet also pieces the fuck out of this vertebrate. She is jumping out. Is the vertebrate close enough to where I could jump onto maybe the roof of something instead of just the ground? Assuming the roof would support me, I also don't want to cause too much property damage to Azenta.
Yeah,
that's pretty much yeah, okay.
to a burning town, I think you're okay.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're trying to like land on a rooftop or like try and like jump and like grab a hold of a building, it's gonna be really hard because this vertebrate's pretty much out of control. But you can definitely roll for athletics. It's gonna be a kind of higher DC.
Okay.
However, Jimothy does have the controls and is trying to steady it as you jump.
No, I'm not.
Kind of spiraling.
No, you're
it's
not.
hard to gauge when I need to jump.
Aaron's like, "Ooh, I can get you an aid from Jimothy," and Trev's like,
He's
"Fuck
I
that."
don't know how to
as
apply this.
as the vertebrate's going down, he'll be like, "Hey, remember when you didn't help yourself out of that pit?"
God, is this just when the party turns on everybody, like each other?
Yeah, we're all
Christ.
choosing violence today.
God damn.
Oh, today.
I rolled a 24.
Yeah, so as Harriet leaps out of the vertebrate, the nearest building, she sees it and just leaps in a leap of faith and just barely misses the ledge of the top of the roof and slams into the side of the building and just kind of like hits it and then tumbles and hits the ground and just kind of rolls a little bit. And so with that, you'll take 30 points of damage.
Oh,
Ow. Okay.
Are you
should
still
have grabbed the meat
up?
suit.
I am. I'm at 24 out of 96 now.
Okay.
EPK?
Yeah, so Harriet's definitely pretty bloodied and beat up and after slamming into that.
It wouldn't be the first time. I'm not worried about death.
Okay.
Death is worried about me. He's scared of the day I pass.
So at this point, Jimothy's kind of going down with the ship. Goddamn. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how the fuck. Cool.
Just double
So-
the damage. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But
Fuck your preparations, Aaron.
it's not fuck my preparations. It's like how much damage should I give you because you're not
All of it.
I mean, wouldn't
Oh.
it just be the fall damage?
Well, that's the thing though, but it's also like the impact of being inside this thing. So
I
yeah,
was
I
just
guess you'll be
probably,
strapped in.
like,
Oh, yeah. So
Fuel and fire.
full damage. So yeah, I guess you would take 25 points of damage as well.
Okay, and then
Yep.
right before I
What?
hit the ground,
Less than what I took.
You did something. You did the stupid move and tried jumping onto a building. Haha.
Worst case scenario, I just hit the ground and you would have mute shield, but I figured fall damage was pretty
I
tame.
mean, you only took an extra 5 for slamming into the side of a building, bud.
So
that's fine.
we're not sure vertebrates have a safety system or anything.
As in like airbags.
Airbags. Yeah.
I
You gonna
don't
be
think
brave
so.
and make a cannon, Aaron?
No, I'm not because I don't think they would.
I'm pretty sure, yeah,
how-
once you're like in the apocalypse, you're not really worried about like prolonging your life. You need just
Well,
to use
These are also military vehicles that they probably want to have like minimal amount of weight in, especially
it's
for
got
something that's in
one
there.
job to do.
Exactly. Nice. So as the rest of your party leaps for safety, Jimothy goes down with the ship and crashes straight into the door of the barracks where Midas was just moments previously, and just smashes right in.
Good thing you ran, Midas.
And with this, when you slam in, it's like this big old impact, and you hit your head, and you're just kind of like dazed for a moment. And when you hit where the propeller was, or where the blades of the propeller had broken off, and it was smoking, there's now fire. It's catching on fire as the vertibird is just smoldering and becoming just a crashed mess.
Okay. Before I
And you strapped in.
impact,
Mhm.
before the impact, I shout to no one in particular. Flying is statistically safer than driving. And then just the big crash, and then I have 51 HP still. I think I'm in
Okay.
good standing enough.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like dazed or anything. I think.
Jimothy
No.
just gets up and walks out. I
Yeah.
don't like that ride.
But
No. When I was saying dazed, I just meant like a moment of like, when you like impact and you're just
yeah.
like disoriented for like a half a second, and then you just kind of like, oh fuck, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, just HP wise, he's not like crawling
not-
out of there.
Correct. Yeah. I just
I don't know, Trev. That might be a fortitude save.
I'm down for that. But my cat's biting my hand right now. Hold on.
what is that's 3 players that have hands that got injured. Or 2 that at least got bit by animals. Anyways, sure, yeah, give me a fortitude save.
Players. Oh, whoops. Roll.
Oh yeah.
32.
Yeah. You definitely pass.
Shit.
That was almost in that one.
Yeah, almost. So yeah, currently the party's like minorly split up. Hubert is on the ground by the orchard in the residential area, which is pretty close to where Harriet landed when she smashed into the building, and then Jimothy is kind of north of their direction, where the barracks is, and then Midas bolted into the marketplace. And with that, we're gonna cut back to Midas. And like I said before, you just see the merchants like closing up shop, grabbing what they can. Everybody else running for their lives, every which way. You see Phil's knights trying to direct people towards the gate and just try and get everybody out of Azenta. They're kind of like in evacuation mode. So yeah, what
Okay.
would you like to do?
I'm gonna go up to the Phil's Knights and I'm going to ask them where Phil's at. You guys haven't happened to see Phil. I know you're busy and all, but
Get to the gate! Get to the gate! I haven't seen Phil. Go!
I'm going where Phil's at.
I don't know where he is. Go!
I'm not going to the gate, Aaron.
Yeah, I know.
I am gonna do everything I can to find Phil.
Okay. Roll me a perception
And like,
check.
give him like a hug or.
No,
Mouth
I
hug.
don't.
Whoa. Jeez, Aaron. Don't be crass.
17.
You can't find Phil.
Yeah. Nope.
DC 18. Oh, sorry, bud.
If that's the case, I'm using a hero point.
Yeah.
Oh, what? It's DC 26?
It's just a forever
Oh my
moving.
god, he really used a hero point.
You really rolled a 27 after you said 26.
Well, you got to give it to him, Aaron. Let him kill Phil.
Oh, I'm not killing
God
him.
damn it. That is so fucking funny.
He was behind you the whole time.
You are Phil?
That should be this episode's title, Kill Phil.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, amongst the chaos and everybody running every which way, you see Phil directing Flounder and Maggie towards the exit, and he like just or the gate, and you see him like pointing And then like Flounder and Maggie are headed in that direction, and he's just kind of doing the same thing as his knights, just kind of directing everybody to the gate and saying go go go. But after a moment of you like as you see him and you're walking towards him and he's directing everybody that way, you see that he starts actually heading in the opposite direction towards where the residential area is and where Nikkei's office is. He starts heading that way when you first see him.
Okay, well, I was going to not let him see me. I was gonna fucking
he hasn't
sneak
seen
up
you
on
yet.
his ass.
Yeah, he has not seen you yet.
I'm gonna follow him, and I'm gonna attempt to drag him into a dark alley.
Whoa.
There's no alleys, but okay.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Kind of like
So-
sneak up behind him, hand over mouth, yoink him.
Yoink him. Okay,
Yeah.
so as he starts heading towards essentially where the vertibird is currently, towards the barracks area, give me a stealth check.
You see as Phil reaches over and saves a litter of puppies from a burning building.
I wouldn't believe it for a second. It's all a ruse.
He's the one who put the puppies.
I got an 18.
Yeah.
18.
Like, they're almost cooked.
So in the chaos of like everything that's going on, he doesn't notice you.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna grab his ass. Not his ass, but like him.
Just like pinch it.
You're
Yeah.
you're sending a lot of different signals, Sean.
I'm gonna
Okay, so as he exits the walkway leading, and that's the I guess the bridge between the marketplace and the residential area. As he starts stepping through that, you just kind of grab him and pull him to the side.
Cool. I'm gonna look at him in the eyes and say, "How I feel?"
Midas,
The one and only.
what the hell do you think you're doing
I got a couple questions for you.
now?
Now, right now.
What the hell do you want?
Shut up. I'm asking the questions.
Fuck you. We gotta get to Nikkei. We gotta make sure that she's okay.
Can I clock him for saying that?
Yeah, you can give me a unarmed strike.
Yeah.
You realize this is where the audience goes, man, these guys are really mean to Aaron's NPCs.
No,
Oh.
Ooh.
How the fuck? So yeah, you clock him right in like the left cheekbone.
That was a 16 for our listening audience.
Yeah.
Rolled a net too.
So yeah, you like go to punch him and it like just clips the left cheekbone and like hits him. What the fuck? What do you want, Midas?
I don't know, but I got a sneaking suspicion you knew about this.
You think I would actually do this to Azenta and put Nikkei and everybody else in jeopardy?
Yeah,
Fuck
I think you would. I think you would, Phil. I think you would.
After all these years of me protecting this place, you really think I did this?
Yep.
Well, you're fucking wrong.
I'm gonna see if he's lying to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give me a.
I have
Lie
lied to me, and I can use my deception DC instead of
Yep.
my perception DC.
Okay.
Oh, damn it! I was almost a nat 20.
By deception DC, is that like literally your DC? So would it be your deception plus 10? Is it how that's written, or?
I'm jumping in his character sheet, looking at it right now.
It says I can use my deception DC to weave traps and trip up anyone trying to deceive me. If I can engage in conversation with someone trying to lie to me, I can use my deception DC if it is higher than my perception DC to determine whether they succeed. This doesn't apply if you don't have back and forth dialogue.
Yeah, so yeah, you just okay. I mean, you don't get any vibes that he's lying to you at all. Like he's telling you the truth, or at least to the best of your ability.
See, I have a hard time believing, Phil, that you and your knights couldn't see something like that coming. It's not like it's quiet. It's not like you couldn't see it flying. Are your guards blind? Are you blind?
My guards are inside Azenta. We're not looking up into the skies. Like, what the fuck? We're here to protect the people.
Why not?
And our attention was making sure that nothing was going on within side Azenta.
Well, that's just poor planning.
That don't you look out for threats, domestic and foreign?
I mean, we have enough. Our hands are full as it is. You think that we're looking up to the skies to see if anything's gonna fucking come out of nowhere and blow us up?
Phil, I haven't seen you do your job once since I've been here.
We gotta get to Nikkei. I don't have time for this shit.
No. See, Harriet's got that. I believe she'll take care of that. Me and you are having a conversation. I think we're gonna stay down here.
As the fucking sky's falling and everything's on fire, we have to get out of here, man.
You're goddamn right. I'm fucking crazy.
I fucking noticed. Were you gonna do something?
Yeah, I don't trust him at all.
It's gonna give him a mouth hug.
So he's gonna try and push past you, to get towards Nikkei's office. So he's gonna use the shove action. What's your fortitude?
It doesn't beat it, I'll tell you that.
Well,
I mean, yeah, you have to roll, bud.
I don't have to roll. It's against my
fortitude DC.
Yeah, it's a 21.
But that's just a raw roll. That's not.
Oh, that's not adding
plus.
his.
Yeah. Don't try to GM Sean.
I just saw 17.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a character sheet necessarily for him, but I know that it's like +5.
You're not supposed to tell us, Aaron.
But
yeah, I have a 21.
Yeah. So yeah, he got 22.
Okay, well, when he shoves past me, I'm gonna trip him.
Yeah, I mean, you go ahead and try. Do you know the mechanics for that, or do you need me to tell you?
Well, hold on, Aaron. If it's a success on shove, you push your target back 5 feet.
5 feet, yeah. But how I was envisioning it was he pushes him 5 feet, and then as he's also progressing 5 feet, Sean's trying to trip him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know what.
It's all kind of like one and then the other.
What's the?
So the trip action is if you have at least one hand free, your target can't be more than one size larger than you. You try to knock an opponent to the ground, attempt an athletics check against a reflex DC.
Okay. Oof. It's not my strongest.
Yep.
Okay.
You beat it though. So yeah, as he pushes you out of the way, he starts marching towards the barracks, and you just like kick his feet, and he kick one of his feet out from underneath him, and he just hits the ground.
I'm gonna. Is he on his back?
He's prone, so he's currently on his stomach.
Well, I'm gonna flip him over, and I'm gonna take my dagger out and put it against his throat, and I'm gonna intimidating glare. Try and get him a little scared of me. Demoralize. There we go. 20.
Yeah, that's a success.
Fuck. So you told me that I don't know he's lying, or I don't know if he's lying, best to my knowledge, kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't get anything that told you that he was lying by any means. He seemed pretty sincere.
Well, with my dagger on his throat,
yeah,
I'll tell him. I'll let you do whatever you're gonna do. But I just want you to know, if I find out you were lying to me, I will personally rip your throat out.
Deal.
And then I'm gonna let him up and smack him on the ass when he's running away.
So he doesn't he doesn't run away, but when you let him up and smack him on the ass, he kind of like turns and looks at you, and then he goes, "You know, I have to admit I was wrong about you, Midas. I thought that you were here as a swindler and a cheat, and I thought that you were just here looking out for yourself and taking advantage of Azenta, but it seems like this place is growing on you." And he
Shut up,
turns and-
Phil. Go to Nikkei.
he turns and like it jogs towards Nikkei's office. With
You
are
said
you go ahead.
you said he was running out towards where like the vertibird crashed and stuff.
Yeah, he's running like so there's like the marketplace and there's the barracks and residential area and then Nikkei's office. So yeah, he's running towards the barracks really where the vertibird crashed.
I would see the rest of the party.
So currently you're standing like I said, where the bridge is, and like the metaphorical bridge, not like an actual bridge,
Right.
like where the in between where like the marketplace ends and like the residential area begins, and then unbeknownst to you, really at this moment, Jimothy's still in the vertibird, and then to the left, it would the closest one to you would be Hubert with the pilot, and then Harriet is also pretty close to them as well. But that's kind of unbeknownst to you at this point. But I think with that, we're gonna cut back to Harriet.
Okay. So I'm on the ground next to a building that I've just planted into the side of.
Yeah. So when you
Which building did I fail to?
It's just somebody's house. It's not really like a building.
So it's in the residential area.
Oh yeah, you guys are all in the residential area right now.
Okay.
So yeah, you just kind of like crashed into like the front of somebody's like house, like the walls and stuff. So you just like when you leapt, you went to grab a hold of like the rooftop and you just like didn't quite make it, and so you like slammed into the side of it and then hit the ground and kind of like tumbled.
Can I open the door or attempt to and see if there's anyone in this hole?
This house that you just like slammed into?
Yeah, I need to apologize for my bad manners.
I mean, if you really want to take the time to do that as everything is burning around.
Yeah, I do. It's important to me.
Okay.
But
so,
I'm not gonna like. I'm hoping that my impact caused enough structural damage to where like there's no lock on it. I'm not gonna knock and then awkwardly be like, "Hey, sorry about that. I just want to poke my head in."
Yeah.
You know, Kramer style.
So yeah, as you open the front door, give me a perception check really quick.
Okay, I can do those. That's a 17.
Yeah. So as you open the door, it's dimly lit, like there's no lights or anything on the inside. But as you peer in, you don't see anybody in this house.
I'm just gonna close the door and head towards Nikkei's office.
Okay. So the nearest clearest. Wow, I had a lisp there for a second.
The old English.
Yeah. The nearest and closest path to Nikkei's office is like through the residential area towards the barracks. And as you're running that way, you see Hubert with a pilot.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna reconvene with Hubert. Hubert, did you see me totally land on the side of that building?
Yo, Harriet, I've just been trying to get our pilot friend to speak some more about some stuff.
Yeah, good job saving him. I'm heading to Nikkei's office. You're welcome to join.
I'm just gonna hold on to this guy.
All right. Wait, what's his name? I might need to tell Nikkei that for my report.
I want to slap him. What's your name?
I ain't telling you shit.
His name is I Ain't Telling You Shit.
All right, cool. I'll be sure to jot that down somewhere. I'm gonna continue on to Nikkei. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not telling you shit.
So I'm assuming that you, Hubert, and the pilot are all heading in that direction.
Sounds like Hubert just wants to hang back and torture this guy.
I mean, if
Okay.
you're gonna let me drag him along, I will. I didn't want to assume.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, you're a robot that has him grappled. Yeah, you can do whatever you want, pretty much with him.
Oh,
You
then,
have
yeah.
yeah. I mean, you have him. He's at your mercy right now.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna like hold him and then have like Grognek's axe out to his neck and just like dragging him along.
Yeah, I mean, since Hubert like floats, there isn't really much like, you know, it's not like it's like harder for you to like drag him like it would be somebody with like legs, right? So you're just like going at normal speed while his like legs are like just kind of his feet are just kind of dangling and like, you know, dragging on the ground as you have him like wrapped up and grappled. And with
Yeah.
yeah,
And
so
I
like
singe him every now and again with my little rocket booster.
yeah, how I have it, how I'm envisioning it is you have your two normal arms like grappled around him, and then you have your third arm with a Gragnok's axe to his throat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So the three of you are like making your way towards the barracks where the down vertebrate is. And there you guys see Midas and the down vertebrate.
Midas got there quickly.
Yeah. So Midas was already like, you know, 20 feet or so from the vertebrate. So
Oh,
like you
okay.
guys all just kind of convened right there. Does Jimothy want to do anything before everybody meets up? Sorry.
Yeah. I want to peer back at this pilot. I don't know if he had time to like grab a hold of something, but how does the pilot look?
Oh, he's fucked up. I mean, you smash his face in, so he's like dazed and like kind of out of
Okay.
it.
Then I want to do, I guess, like a medicine check just to see if he's alive or something.
Sure.
There's medicine. Oh, there you are. Cool.
Yep.
26.
Yeah. So with the 26, you know that he has like a broken nose, and probably some fractures in like his, you know, in his face. This is kind of similar to, you know, when you Jimothy would know from your athletics background, you know, like when basketball players get the broken nose and they always have to wear those like plastic masks when they're playing.
Yeah.
It's very similar to that kind of injury where he just has like not only a broken nose but like multiple other like broken bones in his face. And so he's just kind of like grabbing his face in pain and just kind of like disoriented at the moment.
Okay, so he's conscious.
Oh yeah, he's unconscious and in a lot of pain.
I'm gonna grab him, hoist him up, and say like, "Walk it off." And then, is this the moment when like the rest of the party gets to the vertebrate, or?
Yeah. So when you're telling him to walk it off, you do notice that his left side is like he has a wound that is like the how am I trying to describe it? Like the blood is like slowly like you start seeing like, you know, the blood through a shirt. How like the shirt starts like soaking it
Oh,
up more
God
and
damn
more.
it.
And so he's like he's wounded big time. He's pretty bloodied.
I don't want him to die, but I don't want to help him.
That's fair. So yeah, at this point, once you notice his wound and you tell him to walk it off, is when everybody kind of convenes at the vertebrate.
Shit. But I guess at that point I would notice the other pilot is still alive.
Yeah, you see, Hubert fully grappling the other pilot, and his like feet are dragging on the ground while he has the blade of an axe to his throat.
Okay, I want to make sure this guy is also conscious and like looking at pilot number 2,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna sucker punch pilot number 2 just to kind of intimidate pilot number 1, the one that Hubert has.
So which one you're punching? The one that was with you in the vertebrate?
Yes.
Okay. Roll for
With one pilot alive, we don't need both of them alive.
fair. Give an unarmed strike.
17.
Roll for damage.
6.
Yeah. So, Timothy punches him again in the face, where like you can see the fractures in his cheekbones and stuff, and it just like his nose just like concaves inward, and he just like falls to the ground, bleeding. But at this point, he's unconscious.
He looks like
Okay.
Midas now.
But instead of just missing a nose, it's like concaved inward.
True. Which I think is very unsightly.
All right. Then I will point to Hubert's best friend now and go, "You don't disappoint us, or else this is what's going to happen to you."
He like spits at you.
Oh, motherfucker! I'm going to punch him too.
Roll for damage.
Do you want me to roll to hit first?
Oh yeah, sorry, this one meant.
Even Aaron's getting bloodthirsty.
22.
Oh yeah, you connect.
Yes, hit them.
Another 6 damage.
Wound them.
Yeah, so you punch him right in the right eye, and he just like he takes the hit, and immediately you just see it like starting to swell up.
Good.
And at this point, you kind of notice that after he takes the hit, that he just kind of like blocks the fact that you're like the only human in this little ragtag team, and he's looking a little baffled.
What a racist.
Is he looking like still pretty healthy?
He's pretty fucked up from the fall and getting hit. So he's not quite as he's
Harriet's gonna sucker punch him too for being racist, but I'm gonna specify non-lethal damage before I like.
It's like the scene
him.
in Airplane.
I'm gonna move the
why they
axe.
did him.
I'm moving the axe away from his throat just in case like one of the hits gets so hit hard it like accidentally cuts him.
Okay, so swing for a hit.
All right.
Or roll for a hit, swing for a hit, yeah.
Swing life away.
Yeah, so
Ooh.
17. All right.
Man, these guys have no armor.
No.
6 damage.
Yeah, so Harriet's big old mid of a hand connects, and he is currently unconscious.
Okay. Well, that should make him easier to transport.
So upon impact, as soon as Harriet kind of like pulls her hand away, you notice that his whole body just kind of goes limp, and his head just kind of like hangs low.
I hope I didn't kill that guy.
And yeah. So what do you guys do after that?
What if we find out I'm not telling you shit's real name was Phil all along?
Oh, God.
Oh,
It's Phil's brother.
I'm gonna
Not
brother
explain it.
Bill. I'm gonna tell the rest of the party. Guys, I had a little run-in with Phil, and I think he's got something to do with this. He says he don't.
No doubt.
But I mean, how could he not see this coming?
It's obviously all Phil's fault.
Well, regardless, it's his fault because him and his knights weren't doing their job like they were supposed to.
Chief of Security, my ass.
Oh, we just worry about things inside. Stupid.
Is that what he said?
That's what he said. We have so much going on the inside. He didn't. He said, "Dude, we don't care what goes on out there.
We don't really need armed forces to settle like people stealing crops or whatever. Like he should be sending out search parties and stuff.
There should be.
I've been mentioning this in the cave forever.
Why aren't you watching for shit coming in on the outside?
We should be.
That
should be.
Regardless, Phil's at fault.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys making your way to Nikkei's office?
Yeah, we're gonna go tattle on Phil.
For like the 6th time this campaign.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in bringing along the prisoners to interrogate.
So yeah, as you guys make your way through the residential area that is currently slowly but surely, like I said, the fire has spread from just the orchard onto the area and the ground around the orchard, and has been slowly but surely moving up through the foundation and to the lower levels of the residential area and these ramshack houses, and they're catching on fire pretty quickly as well. And so you guys see some houses like the fire has already like engulfed completely, and others it's like going up the sides, and others like it's just slowly but surely catching everything on fire.
Sorry, Aaron, but are these houses made of wood?
They're made of miscellaneous
Okay.
supplies. There's a lot of sheet metal, but there's also a lot of like various wood and other supplies that they were able to scavenge in the local area. So yeah, there's some. It's like a mismatch of wood as well as like sheet metal and that sort
Okay.
Also, hay and kindling.
of. Specifically cedar. No.
So it smells fantastic as it burns. It's also really cleansing for the air.
Just don't touch the sheet metal.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you guys make your way through the little bit of residential area, you make the way up to Nikkei's office, and you guys enter.
Is she here?
She is here. She's still sitting on the ground where you guys left her, sitting next to her desk. But at this point, you see that she's starting to get paler and paler. She's lost a lot of blood, and her shoulder and chest area that got shot up through the from the minigun. She's just like compressing it and like literally trying to hold her shoulder, like keep it attached to her body because it like blew through her collarbone area. And as you guys enter, specifically Harriet, you immediately clock that like the wounds are a lot worse than you thought previously. And she's just like sitting there like heavy breathing, like putting pressure on her wound, just like
I'm gonna take a little pressure off her and like put my big meaty hand on her shoulder and hold it to her body as best I can. And yeah, Hubert.
Sorry, I'm like, I seen Nikkei. I want to be like, oh shit, and come up, and I want to use Searing Restoration. So I pull out Grognak's axe, and let's see, create a minor explosion from your innervation, altering the combustion to cauterize the wounds using vaporized medicinal herbs. You or a living creature adjacent regains level-based healing.
okay.
3d10, so 5 points of healing. In addition, the creature you heal can attempt an immediate flat check to recover from a single source of persistent bleed damage. With the DC reduction from appropriate assistance.
So I'm trying to like that was a lot of words.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm assuming that Nikkei's bleeding out is how you were describing it.
100%.
And so this is basically it's a way I'm giving her immediate healing, and then I'm doing a way to like give her so she can attempt an immediate flat check to recover from persistent bleed damage. So basically, you would do a flat check for Nikkei to see if that passes the DC for the bleed damage.
I see.
Oof.
Yeah. It doesn't. That's a failure. But so before we move further, so I'm assuming you still have the pilot grappled and you're using the axe.
No, I dropped the
Oh, you dropped the body, the guy essentially.
Yeah, I dropped the pilot immediately and like run over and like because I mean I'm trained in medicine.
Correct. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out how that all worked out. Okay, cool. So
Yeah, no, I'm basically like training, wanting to help kicks in.
Yeah, and when you cauterize the wound, she kind of not really like screams, but she definitely calls out in pain. And then realizes that you stopped the bleeding, and she like pats your metal arm. Thank, thanks, Hubert. And she's like starting to like slowly sob from the pain, and she's like just like like while you guys were um away from her, she's just been kind of like sitting there like taking in the fact that all of her hard work is out the window at this point, and that like everything that she's been building towards for the last 10 years with Harriet and Phil, and even in the residents of Azenta, and even people in the you know the area around, she's been building and building this community, and she's realizing it's all gone and there's nothing that she can do. And so she's just been kind of like sitting here just contemplating all this. And so sadness, frustration, anger, depression, all that stuff's kind of hitting her all at once. And like as much as she is in pain, I think that her emotional pain is greater. And so when Hubert comes up and heals her and looks into his three eyes and says thank you, she means it sincerely. And Hubert definitely picks up on like how much she appreciates the help that he's giving her in this moment, because she is at rock bottom.
I want to, and I guess sensing this, I want to say, okay, Azenta is just a place, but it was started from a thought and a belief that you had, and it doesn't die with the place. It dies if you die.
Thanks, Hubert. We have to make sure everybody gets out. Everybody has to get out.
Yeah, we should totally take over the cannibal vault.
Harriet kind of like tries to settle Nikkei and encourage her to not worry about the minutia of saving everyone, while she needs to focus on like staying alive.
Yeah.
Also, they're all dead anyways at this point.
Yeah, Harriet's also gonna give Hubert like a nice friendly pat on his robot head, like right on the top.
So when Nikkei was saying that like she has to make sure that everybody gets out, she like starts pushing up on her like right arm to like sit up further, and then like Harriet's like like gives the body language of just like stay sitting.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Aaron.
Yep.
Can I? Do I have to do a perception check to see where the fuck Phil is?
I was just gonna ask the same fucking thing.
Well, as you guys like rush in, specifically Harriet and Hubert, you see that Phil is there's like across from. Okay, so there's the broken window. Then there's in the middle of the room, there's Nikkei's flipped over desk where she's sitting, and then directly across from her, there's like a wall with like a big ass like bookshelf. And you see that Phil's just like trying with all of his might to like move this bookshelf, with not very much luck at this point, but that's what he's focused on. Is trying to like scoot it and move it, and you guys don't really know why or what's going on.
Are there things on the shelf?
Yeah, there's just like miscellaneous shit.
He's so dumb. Why doesn't he just start like throwing that stuff off the shelf and make it easier to move?
I don't know.
Phil.
Should one of us ask what the hell Phil's doing?
Nah.
Yeah, I can.
Maybe not Midas.
I can go.
Well, I was gonna say, Midas and Jimothy both rated the pharmacy at the Super Duper Mart.
Yeah.
And I believe gauze was one of the things that we got, and I just want to make sure that's used on like the cauterized wound to help it heal a little bit better.
Roll a medicine check for me.
Can I aid?
Well, I was doing this in addition to what you already did, but
okay.
17.
Oof.
17.
Wouldn't even matter if I aided unless it's a DC 18.
Yeah. So yeah, Can you roll me a d4 really quick?
Oh God, you do D4 damage.
Yeah, so she gains like 2 additional hit points. The gauze
Nice.
helps soaking up a little bit of the blood. And she's starting to gain a little bit of hope back. Because you guys are, she's spent her life's like essentially her entire adult life and her like everything that's made her is tied up in Azenta. And she's pretty much devoted her entire life to helping people and helping the people of Azenta. And for you guys to be helping her in this way when she's down and out, she's extremely appreciative and is like before she was like crying from the pain, and now she's like starting to tear up by like how much it means to her that you guys care about her in this time of need, essentially. Especially it would have made sense for Phil and Harriet to show that kind of thoughtfulness and that sort of thing, but for the rest of you, it's huge.
Bless you.
So yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna Phil, you damn dirty dog.
He takes a moment and like looks over his shoulder and sees Midas and just like rolls his eyes and goes back to doing what he's doing.
What the fuck are you doing over there? Why are you trying to move that bookshelf when Nick Hay's bleeding out over here?
Real question is, what the fuck are you doing, Midas? Fucking putting a blade to my throat and all this shit? Fuck you. And he just
Yeah.
doing what he's doing.
Yeah, I did. Because you're stupid. And I hate you.
Well, I don't feel
But
that great about you either, but
you told me you were coming here to help Nick Hay, and I see you trying to rearrange the furniture.
I'm not trying to not trying to rearrange the goddamn furniture. Come over here and help me or shut the fuck up.
Whoa,
I don't like your attitude.
that's
I
a
don't
lot
like that
of
you put
hostility.
fucking blades towards my throat.
I'll do it again.
Whoa.
I'll help him.
Not now, Midas. Like
Wait.
Nikkei just speaks up as she's like,
Help.
like we have to get that move that bookshelf. She's just like wincing in pain.
We got a lot of talk about Nick Hay. Like, maybe changing head of security over there. He's not doing his job. I'll help.
You'll help move the bookshelf.
Yeah.
Same.
Give me both of you give me athletics checks. Or wait, hold on. Since Midas was there first, you give me athletics check, and then Jimothy give me an aid. I guess it's what is it? Assist?
Aid?
Is it?
Or is it? Or did they move it? Or
I don't
change
know.
the?
I was wondering. It was more of a question than a.
Is that just like a flat D20? I don't know.
No,
where
you
that
would
is.
you would roll the skill too,
Oh, it's-
and
Oh shit! Yeah. So Midas comes over and starts pushing on the bookshelf, and then Jimothy sees Midas over there and decides to help. And with your athletic skill, you give the extra push that is needed. And as all three of you are pushing on this bookshelf, it starts to like give, and then it slides. And once it slides, and you guys just like, ugh, and you push it, you realize that there's a elevator door that's behind it.
oh, like a panic room.
It's not. And like Nick Caser's like trying to push herself up to like to stand up, and she's wincing in pain, and she kind of gets to like her knees and like starts standing up. It's not a panic room. It's another way to get out of Azenta. It's like a plan B.
Well, I'm staying here. Because I personally don't believe we should leave just quite yet.
Yeah, I don't think we should leave either.
Nikkei should leave and get out of here. And please, Phil, please, go with her.
Midas, as much as I appreciate that, me and Nikkei are gonna make sure that the evacuation's complete. You guys got to get out of here. And
I ain't leaving.
And when you say I ain't leaving, you notice that Nikkei starts like she's like hunched over her desk and like pulling out some of the drawers and like going through her desk really quick, just like throwing shit everywhere, and she's like looking for something.
A deck of cards.
Phil, are you trying to kill Nikkei? Like, you say she needs to be focused on the evacuation and getting people out. She can't do shit right. She's on like 6 HP. All right, she needs to be evacuated.
Harriet,
know
you of
how
all
much
people,
HP she has.
Harriet, you of all people should know how much I care about Nikkei. I will make sure that she's safe.
I don't trust you with her safety. That's the thing. So
Yeah, usually
you
shock
can
the
stay
bleeding
behind,
spell.
and I'll take Nikkei out of here, or we'll all stay behind.
Harriet, I need you to listen to him.
Oh, sorry, Nikkei.
I need to know that you're safe. If you're safe, then I know that everything's gonna be okay.
I'm like nearly 300 years old. I have been safe for a very long time.
Nick, and as you say that, you see that Nikkei like pulls something out of her desk that you haven't seen before, Harriet. It's something that she's kind of kept, well, she kept hidden from you, until this moment. And it's kind of takes you aback that there's something that you hadn't seen that's been in her desk for the last 10 years. Hey Jimothy, can you roll me a, how do I want to say this?
Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah. Roll me a perception check. Let's go there.
26.
Okay, with that 26, now give me a vault lore check.
24.
Okay, so you notice this thing pretty quickly that she pulls out, because it looks like something that you had seen only once briefly before in your vault. You don't know what it is. It's like a case of some sort. And the one time that you saw it very, very briefly was one time that you were in the overseer's office in your vault, and it looks very similar to what you saw before, but a little bit different. So you don't know what it is, but you definitely know that it was something to do with like your overseer, and he had something similar in his office.
Okay. Jimothy has a stupid thought, but he's going to keep it to himself, and he'll share it with the group once like we're out of earshot of them.
Okay. So Nikkei's gonna turn around, be like, and like kind of take a stumbled step forward towards Harriet. Be like, Harriet, come here.
All right, I'm already here. What's up?
She puts a hand on like your forearm, like pretty much as high up as she can reach, and she goes, I need you to do this for me. In all the years that we've been friends and more, I need you to take this, get out of here, and make sure that this doesn't fall into Primeville's hands or anybody else's.
Where do you want me to take it? You just want me to take it and hide it?
No, you gotta protect
Hold on to it?
Protect it with your life. And she's just like, she's like getting weak at this point. Like she's like, you can feel like her grip, like when she first like grabbed you, it was like very like serious and like solid, and then like as she's saying this, it's like her grip is kind of getting weaker. She's like trying to like keep her balance. That's why you gotta go. You gotta get this away from here.
Okay, I'll do that, but I can also get you away from here. You don't have to die right here.
I'm not gonna... She looks at you like in your eyes at this point, like
actively dying in my arms. You're gonna try telling me you're not gonna die here?
I'm not gonna die here.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure that everybody's out. We gotta make sure that everybody else is out.
Okay.
After City Junction, I can't let anybody else die. And
I understand that,
Azenta
and
was the only safe place. You know this.
I'll protect this. I can also evacuate Azenta, and Phil can take you out of here with the evacuation groups. I'm not on the verge of death, and I'm way older than you.
Harry, just listen.
All
We don't
right.
have time. We don't have time. You gotta go. And with that, you guys feel just this big old impact in one of the walls of Azenta as this, it's like boom, and like a part of like the residential area just explodes. And she's like, and like you guys just kind of like hear the impact and like feel the wave. She's like, gotta go. You gotta go. She's just like crying.
I ain't leaving.
We'll go. I'll go. It sounds like
I'll
Nikkei knew something about the severity of this situation that she had not filled Harriet in on. And Harriet's gonna ponder on that.
Okay. So she's like, I'm gonna go with you in the elevator. I gotta tell you some more, but we gotta go. We gotta go right now.
Great. I'd like to know more. Let's go.
And so, are you guys all just gonna pile in the elevator?
Yeah.
Can we all fit?
It's gonna be close to the weight limit, but yeah, Phil's gonna stay behind.
Great.
I mean, I was gonna have like a whole scene where I was interrogating the pilot, like, "What's phase 2?" But I guess I'll get in the elevator.
I mean, you can try and take him. I mean, you can take him with.
Definitely.
He's a limp body right now.
He's
Well,
our
that's-
answer to why
But
this
that's
happened.
the weight limit.
Yeah, that's true. It's close to the weight limit for sure.
Well,
I would
Well,
take half
Hubert's
of
also
him.
floating.
They take half of him, saw him in half really quick.
Oh yeah,
If-
I am also floating. Yeah, so I'll just hold him.
Tenderly.
I mean, if you want, you can try and like smack him awake and try and intimidate him before you guys get in the elevator.
No, I'll just take his unconscious body with me.
Yeah,
Okay.
there was another bomb. We don't have time for that.
Yeah. Okay, so as you guys pile in the elevator, what
But I stabbed the other guy really quick.
other guy?
I don't think
Cool.
we took him with us.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought we
you guys
didn't.
left him.
Oh, we left the other guy.
yeah, he's dead.
Oh,
Yeah, Timothy literally said we only need one and punched him in the face.
oh, okay, cool.
So you guys get in the elevator and Nikkei's like literally like leaning up against the wall of the elevator. And she like hits the button for it to start going down. And Phil's like watching you guys through as the elevator doors like shut, and he just like takes like one glimpse at Nikkei and just like, fuck. You know, that kind of look of just like, oh shit, she looks a lot worse than
I didn't
thought.
get on the elevator.
Oh, you
I was
stayed
staying.
behind?
Yeah, I was telling you, I was
behind his-
staying behind. Phil's staying behind. I'm staying behind. But I want to do it in a way where Phil didn't notice me.
Oh, there's no way he's not clocking you.
You don't think that I could get on the elevator and
Roll for a stealth check.
Can I have been like doing a treat wounds on Nikkei?
Sure. Yeah, like as you guys are like, I can see.
Yeah.
I got 29.
Yeah, I'm sure that you heard my reaction to that too. Yeah. So with Phil like looking at Nikkei and like focusing on that, he doesn't see that you weren't on the elevator.
All right, I'm gonna stay hidden for the time being.
Okay. So yeah, and then Hubert's like kind of like treating her wounds and patching her up as you guys enter the get onto the elevator. And the doors like close as like I said, Phil's just like has this like depressed look as he's staring at Nikkei. And she just kind of like gives him a half smile as the door shuts. And as you guys are going down, Nikkei's like, Timothy, come here.
Yeah. This is a small elevator. I'm right here.
And she, without even like saying anything to you, she like pulls pulls a cord out of her Pip-Boy and like puts it into yours.
Ooh,
And she's
sexy.
Oh, 17. That's pretty good for your medicine check.
Yeah, I think it's DC 15.
Yeah. So that's success.
So yeah, and then I'll look at.
So yeah, Hubert's like patching her up as she's like linking up Pip-Boys with Jimothy's. I know that you've had issues with your Pip-Boy, but there's some places and locations that you need to know about. And I don't have time. I don't have time to tell you, so I'm just updating your map with mine.
Okay, but Hubert already fixed it.
Oh shit. It needs a little bit of extra help. She gets 14 hit points.
Yeah, so she's able to like stand a little bit straighter, and while she's like talking to Jimothy about it.
And the wounded condition's removed.
Nice,
If she
perfect.
has any.
Yeah.
And actually, I can do. No, never mind.
Sorry, I'm trying to find something really quick. I thought it was.
Oh no, I
one.
can. So I have ward medic, and so I can treat 2 people when I do treat wounds. Harriet I'll give Harriet also 14.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. So I just put the updated Pip-Boy map in the general. If you guys want to check it out. So she, and then after she's like links up the Pip-Boys, she takes the cord back and puts it into her Pip-Boy. She goes, Harriet, you gotta take this case to Sadie Shant.
Sadie Shant.
Shady Sands.
Shady Sands, yeah.
It's the NCR capital. You gotta
Right,
find.
yeah.
You gotta find Nathaniel. You gotta find Nathaniel. Hickson.
Nathaniel in the NCR capital. Okay.
It
might ring a bell along the way. I'm sure it will take me a bit to get there.
No, so actually, when you hear the word Nathaniel, Harriet knows who she's talking about.
Great.
Like, instantly.
What's that?
Great.
Tell me.
Tell me about this new NPC I can hate.
So Harriet recognizes the name pretty quickly as a old love interest that Nikkei had. The only love interest that Nikkei has had in the time that Harriet's known her. And so Harriet has a little bit of a kind of a remembrance and a flashback, if you will, of when they first started setting up Azenta, and the NCR made Azenta like a part of the NCR, and there was this young and upcoming officer named Nathaniel Hickson. He was a lieutenant at the time, and with that, the like emotions and the memory come flooding back. Harriet remembers Nathaniel Hickson fondly. She recalls the early days of Azenta and the newfound joy and companionship, and she cherished the camaraderie formed with a diverse group that made up Azenta. The sense of safety and happiness is etched in Harriet's memory, and she smiles at the unique bond formed with an unexpected family. Witnessing Nikkei's blossoming romance adds a heartwarming layer to Harriet's memories, showcasing that even young love can be found in the harsh wasteland. Even if the love was with a young and upcoming NCR officer, with as much ambition as he had compassion for not only humans but non-humans alike. Harriet smiles at the unexpected bond that she had formed with the NCR officer and finds friendship in the most likely of places, Witnessing Nikkei's love story unfold brings a deep sense of fulfillment, creating a haven of warmth and acceptance in the impossible that Harriet has come to know.
Right. Nathaniel seems chill enough to go seek out.
So you kind of have this like flood of emotions, and you're kind of like remembering him. Like it's been a long time since he's been around. Approximately 4 or 5 years, so about half the time that Azenta's been around. And as you're having this flood of like warmth and happy memories, the elevator comes to a jolting stop at the bottom and as the doors open, you see a very dark area that is reminiscent of like a parking garage. And Nikkei's kind of like stumbles out first. She goes, "Follow me. Come out this way." And
Alright.
Harriet's like looking around, realizing that there was multiple secrets that Nikkei had kept from her.
Yeah,
a lot of
I see
yeah.
that.
Yeah, a lot of things that that are important that Harriet thought that there were, that they didn't keep anything from each other, and now she's finding out there's more and more that Nikkei kept to herself. And as you guys follow Nikkei a pretty short distance, only about 15-20 feet, you see this object in the darkness that is shrouded in like essentially like a huge like tarp. And she goes, "Harriet, help me take this off." She's like using.
I rip off the tarp.
Okay,
I'm sure it's no problem.
It's a pretty big object. It kind of takes you a minute to like pull it off in like a couple attempts of pulling.
Okay.
And underneath it is this military ex NCR truck that is a covered bed and like bed of the truck. And she goes, "Nathaniel gave this to me just in case I ever needed it. And now I need you to take it and get out of here."
Okay.
Find it.
Sure you don't want to come with?
I think I'd only slow you down.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm not in a rush, really.
With that, she just gives like Harriet a big old hug of like her right thigh and like her leg around the waist as much as she can like reach up.
I mean, Harriet like takes a knee on the other leg and gets down to her level for the hug.
And she just like holds her as tight as she can and just said, "Thank you for everything."
Oh, that
Harriet.
hurts. Okay.
Thank you.
It must be so hard.
she just kind of chuckles and just, "Thank you for everything in these years, Harriet. It's all meant the world to me. Thing for me."
Well, don't call it a last thing. I'm just say you need me to do another favor for you. That's all that's happening.
Okay, one last favor.
No, there's that word again.
Okay, for you. One more favor. One more.
Thank you, Nikkei.
And tears start streaking down her cheeks. As you guys hear another impact above. Boom! And it just like thunders and shakes everything. And she's
Pretty sure everyone left in Azenta is gonna die. Can I? Is there a way I can just gently ask Nikkei to like crawl like a few blocks away?
I mean, yeah, you can ask her.
Yeah, but Nikkei, can you like try to find shelter after figuring out Azenta is empty? Like, I think anyone left in this structure is going to die, and like, don't be the last one in the evacuation if you can't save whoever's remaining.
I'll do my best. And I think with that, we're gonna call it a night, guys.
And they leave Midas behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
We'll see how that works out next time.
Sean rolling a new character.
Yep.
God damn it! I just wanted to do mushrooms too.
We're all alone, no chaperone can get our number. The world's in slumber, let's misbehave. There's something wild about you, child, that's so contagious. Let's be outrageous, let's misbehave.